Okay, hey y'all, hey. So, love and light to everybody. Hope everybody doing well. Wishing everybody well. Wishing everybody some peace of mind. If you are not in the United States, either so everybody going through something right now, right? But I'm in the United States, so I just want to give peace of mind. What's today? The 3rd of February, 2025. I just want to give everybody some positive energy and light right now. I know my video is about like buying a house and things like that. I don't know if I should. I don't think how I became a landlord. I don't know, but anyway. So I just want to send some love and light because this year alone, y'all. First of all, you already know we didn't have some crazy last. I'm gonna say 10 years. So for us to come in 2025 and it been like nuts, it's been nuts, y'all. So I just want to send some positive energy out to let all y'all know like everything gonna be okay. I know it don't look like it's gonna be okay. I know people are like in the space like hey, it really look like they don't care about us because they but let I just want you to know that I know that we know that I care about you. Okay. I care about you. I care about everybody. I love all y'all, and I just want to put that disclaimer out there to send y'all positive energy and light and love and whatever you're doing and whatever comes up, and just to make sure that you know that you are covered and God got you. And I'm sending energy for you to get through whatever, and do not like focus on whatever's going on right now because it all is taken care of, being taken care of. I just want y'all to know that. Do not give them no energy. Do not give them no false energy. I mean negative energy. Just be cool. Okay. Okay. So I wanted to come to y'all. I don't even say real quick because I don't even know like how long this is gonna take, but I just wanted to talk to y'all about buying a house, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. You when you buy a house, let let me say this. Okay, thank you, lovely Mimi, for um putting this out there. I was just watching her I don't think it was live when I watched it, but her video about her talking about her divorce. Cause I'm like, hold up, because I love lovely Mimi. Like I'm like, I hope her boyfriend now ain't getting divorced, right? Let me back up, y'all. So they not, it's from her old man. But just I love her refreshness and stuff like that. But she has spoke on her ads have been so puffy lately, y'all. Spoke on her like buying a house and where they want to buy a house and stuff like that. And it is so I'm telling y'all, it is so imperative to do your homework. And lovely Mimi has always been a very smart woman, like young woman when she was younger, but a woman, but just a smart, intelligent woman and how she moved. And I love how she just goes through life and loves life, but also learns through life. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what everybody needs to understand. We all have to evolve and evolve in life and through life because that's what we're here for, to learn. And if you're not learning and you're not growing, what are you doing? Okay. But anyway, so she was talking about houses and like how property taxes and how state taxes and insurance and stuff like that. I don't think she went in on the insurance thing. Maybe I didn't get to the end of the video because once she started talking about that, I was like, oh my gosh, like she is so right. And I'm like, let me talk about this because it's a young woman in the United States that has been a homeowner, actually owned a building in Indiana before. And that was one of my goals, like, okay, I want to be in real estate, things like that. I still do. But in that time, it's like you have to figure out what your niche is and where you want to start it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a landlord and I want the house hack. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in one apartment and then I'm going to rent out everything else. Boom. And then I'm gonna do that for a year and then I'm gonna move on and whatever. Y'all, we all know like the American dream is damn near a nightmare. I don't even want to sugarcoat it. I don't even want to go there. Like you really have to pick your battles here. You know what I'm saying? Like you really do. And a lot of states, a lot of places, they are highway robbery. Let me tell you something. Like she was saying, like how, they live in Cali now, and it's just like, why is everything so high? This and that. And I've lived in places as well. It's like, okay, wait, this is way more over here than that. Mind you, while I lived in Indiana, I had lived in Indiana for like years. But when I did go ahead and decide to, get into real estate, I'm like, I know that I'm meant to be, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneur. I was working at the time, but I was working like in sales, and so I was always like, I guess you could say hustling, kind of, sort of, but it was just like I always say like bomb commissions. I always was top tier, you know what I'm saying, like. So it's like, okay, this is my thing, and I need to make sure I'm hustling for me. I don't want to work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because the way these companies treat their employees is horrible. And that's a whole nother video. So I'm like, all right, cool. So when I did go in and buy my building, and I can make a video about that, like how I got there, like what steps I took. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like a lot of y'all think, I feel like some people know this, especially entrepreneurs. A lot of y'all think like, oh, you just gotta have the money and then you there. No, let me tell you something. You have to have the mindset. You have to have like the hustle, not even just say the hustle, like, you know what I'm saying, like the consistency, the persistency. You have to have the spirit. Like your spirit got to be aligned with that. Like that's why I'm kind of like, I really want to make a video about that, because you wouldn't think that it was more so spiritual, and that's a lot of people need to understand. Like it is a lot of things that you align yourself with, either it's in you or it's not, or you have to like really align yourself spiritually to manifest it, because we are spiritual beings in a human body, not the other way around, what they want y'all to think. So I think I'm gonna just make a video on that too, because when people be saying about fasting and stuff like that, like how Glorilla just came out and talked about, well, she been talking about like how she fasted and then she came into this. But like y'all have to understand, like that's no coincidence. I just saw a post from her today, just going down YouTube, because sometimes I just watch YouTube or just play a video while I'm driving. Because I just want some noise sometimes. Sometimes I just drive for nothing. How she was just talking about she finna fast. Understand, fasting is imperative, y'all. But let me keep going in, because you know sometimes I digress. Some people don't think that, but let me go into, once again, a lot of this American Dream stuff is a nightmare. If you don't have not figured that out yet, God bless you. That's all I got. That's all I got for you. So I wouldn't say it was totally bad. I wouldn't say it was all good, which is like everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pick the hill you're going down. Like I said, you got to pick your battles here, especially here in the United States. But the taxes and things like that, like she said, okay, boom. So I came into it. I did have a partner at the time, but my partner didn't put nothing up. It was like strictly, let me say, see, this is why I want to make another video on the whole process, because this plays a key role when you got to pay attention. I'm paying attention now, but I'm just going to go into certain things to understand, make y'all understand like this stuff is spiritual, and the way that things move, you have to pay attention. I had a lot of cognitive dissonance back then, and that made me learn, like, now pay attention, poo. Like everything you want and everything that's happening is for a reason, and if you don't pay attention, you will reap, you know, you will reap what you sow in the end. So that was my goal, and I'm like, when I was my partner, of course you want to grow with your partner, of course you want to grow people that you love anyway, you know what I mean. So it's just like, all right, cool. We was together for like 3-4 years at that time. So we like, all right, cool. And I'm telling him like, no, we don't have to live like this. I always encouraged him, like, you can you don't have to stay at your job, you know what I'm saying, like you have to like get into a hustle. Like he was like entrepreneur as well, so because he had a sad business and he's go to work, but he had a good job, but he like, like, oh, I hate the job. Don't ever think that, like, you know what I'm saying, like don't ever think that you can't be more than that. Don't ever think that you can't go full time on your own. Like I'm that type of person, like whether you're my friend, my family, even if you're a stranger, um I want y'all to know like your power, you know what I'm saying, because I did go and full entrepreneur. But either way, I dress. But go back. So I had a partner in Sam, and I'm like, look, we can do this. Ooh. Like I had already been researching this for probably a couple years at the time. I had gotten to a point like, oh, aligning my finances, my credit, like, I was like big on that, like, okay, so I got to do this. My spirituality, I was tapping into a lot more, a lot of meditation, a lot of yoga, a lot of things, and just really also use energy and just to be transparent, from just life. Like, life was life, and even before all this happened. And my voice might be cracking because one of the things that I used energy from was my little brother passing. And I just felt in my spirit, in my heart, like he didn't want me to like live my day life. He never did. Like, he was a person, like, for me, that was like, no, F that. You know what I'm saying? You can have what you want. So I'm like, because we came from damn to nothing, y'all. Nothing. So I like transmuted that energy into positive, into like a loving, like, you know what I'm saying, like greatness. So anyway, so I end up getting the building, but my partner had the co-sign because at that time I had moved into like a different industry. I had went into like medical, and I don't know why. Well, okay, let me say this: when my job was like outsourcing my department, right? But they tried to like trick us and like, oh, this other company's gonna come in and this and that, and my spirit just wasn't having it. So they like, oh, I'm like, no, I'm cool. So I took the severance, right? So I took the severance, and then of course I just trickled into like healthcare. So but then since I had changed jobs, and I wasn't at that job for that long, and my other job, I was there for a minute. If I would have known better, I would have just stayed there for a couple little seconds and then did what I had to do. But so it ended up getting the building. Let's just go, and he owned it too, right? So I'm like, okay, no problem. But I put all the money up because I wanted this to be. I wouldn't say like, oh, I want this to be mine, but it's just like I had a plan. Like, bro, look, I already got the savings up. He probably had some money up, but I'm like, next one on you. Like, we gonna go like this. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't totally in. Because everybody don't see your vision how you see it. Everybody don't see what God has given you. God gave you that vision for a reason. So it's like he wasn't sitting. He kind of like came in like at the last part, like, okay, I guess I see that you really like, what I'm saying, in this, so it must be good. But anyway, like a coattail type shit, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. But it worked out because I knew him because of the job change. But so we get in it and it's cool. I was managing the tenants and everything. I had probably like I had two businesses that I was working in. So I was entrepreneur, and at this time COVID had hit. It was, or it's about to hit. So I still was working in healthcare because so I went part-time and just worked in the clinic. And then I went still had my own two businesses. And one of them like where I worked at home. The other one I went out and did some other stuff. So I was like, okay, look. So when COVID hit, I fell back from the clinic because the clinic was like, okay, we open, we not. We open, we not. You know how it was with jobs. And I'm like, I'm gonna get my unemployment and we'll see you later. Because it just wasn't making sense. And then like they would want me there certain times, and then I had to, babysitter. Or I had to like Kobe was a wild place. Okay, so I was just like, nah. So I'm like, okay. So with that time, like it was cool. So we end up renting it out. Um, I was, excuse me, I was, landlord and damn everything else. But when I did, this is a key for y'all too. Don't tell them you the landlord. Tell them like, you manage it for the landlord or something. Or just like, okay, contact this number, have a different number, whether it's a Google number or whatever. Have a different number, and or have it just sent to a different email, whatever. Like, but just don't do that, right? Or you could just like, I'm the manager of the property. If you got anything, speak to me. I'll tell the landlord. Key, key. If you go into that, that's free game right there, right? So because we did have some issues with the little girl because it was like a young girl and her baby, and I guess I'm like, because I have a little girl. So I'm like, okay, cool. But then her baby daddy was like a drunk, come around, all that. And I did not like that, y'all. So that's how I end up figuring out, not even just that situation, just period. Like, I don't want to be no landlord. So I knew next time I go into something, we gon' get regulate that to somebody else. That delegate that to somebody else, right? So anyway, so as time kept going on, they kept like, oh yo, they'd be like, oh, your property tax is going up. What? Because when you get your bills, or if you don't know, when you get your bills for your insurance and all that stuff, um it's sad tell you like this how much you owe, or this how much went into that, or this. And sometime it'll come back like, oh, you overpaid, so we giving you a check. And then at times, like, once it starts to get like, at first it was like they're like, oh, you overpaid, but it's like, then why the fuck y'all, excuse me, why you taking all that out if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing. I forgot what escrow account. Don't even get no escrow account. Pay your taxes and everything out back on your own. Learn that lesson, right? Because they do too much. And then it'll come back like, oh well, it was too much, or we didn't get enough, and then they'll be like, oh, we gotta get some more money from you. You owe us. It's a mess. Look, send myself directly. Free game right there too. Ain't no escrow account, whatever they call it. I don't even know if it's escrow account, y'all. I have to like remember, and all that, but I think it's escrow. I don't think it's escrow. It's something else. Either way, whatever that account is, where they be like, okay, we're gonna pay your taxes and everything for you. Don't do it. Tell them you're gonna pay your own. Either way, okay, boom. So that was one. That was another thing, right? So they start going up on the property taxes, mind you. I kind of, well, I didn't know. I didn't know this. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I knew that they might go up in the area before I kind of bought it, because where I brought my house at, like around it, the comps, which is basically like what the area do. I forgot whatever mile radius it is. What the houses go for, right? And I saw that they was going up, and I'm like, this is an upcoming area. Like I said, I've been um researching real estate and all that for months. I went to seminars. Like, I had went across the country like for my birthdays. Like, no, that my boyfriend and people like, which one? I want to go to a seminar. I want to go to whatever. Like, I want to learn about this. I want to learn about real estate. I want to learn what's the best way to go. Like, I want a mentorship. That's what I want. Like, when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. So I'm like, they like, you want to do it? Yes. And I'm reading books about that. I'm reading about my spirituality. Like, I'm going hard. I was going to like credit classes. Like, it's like a group that meets, and y'all working on your credit, like y'all congratulate each other, like, okay, yeah, you doing that. Like, it was like I was in it. You feel me? In it. That's how in it I was. That's all I wanted to tell you. So once the property tax started going up, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. But that account kept doing like this. And I'm like, bro, like, what? What's, you know, okay, wait a minute. And it started to jump up to where my mortgage payments was like, I think we came in at like 900. And I'm like, okay, because 900 in rent was damn near that at that time. I think I spent, mind you, Indiana, I loved Indiana. Let me tell you what. And I'm from Chicago, y'all. I'm from Chicagoland area. Everything is pretty much high. I'm sorry. Like, it's 10% taxes and all that craziness. So I'm like, Indiana was always, because right there in Chicago, if you don't know, we're right across the border. Like, it's right there. So Indiana was always a place where we would go to get cheap gas and things like that. So when I did move to Indiana, which I lived like about 2 hours in to Indiana, past Chicago, um, I knew it was gonna be cheaper, right? So once it started to jump up, like it was 1,100. I'm like, okay, 1,300. What? Like, it was just jumping. Mind you, remember, I am a landlord too. So at the same time, it's like, this got to make sense for me. You know what I mean? Like, if my tenants ain't paying my mortgage, or it's not even close to it, and I got to keep putting in more and more, like, Come on, bro. Like, and even though I'm like, okay, well, it's less than what I would pay anywhere else, but that's not the focus, right? That's not what I came in here for. And I know some people like, well, you got to think about the long term, baby. The long term looking like it's gonna be like this. You feel me? So, but you got to know what you came in it for. Now, in real estate, you got a plan. When you come into it, I'm telling y'all, like, you really research it. It's a lot to go with real estate. Research it. Come in with a plan. Whatever your plan is, that's your plan. Don't let nobody knock you off your pivot. You feel what I'm saying? Because some people will come in and be like, well, you should know and you should keep it and this and that. It's up to you what you should do. And also, it depends on what's going on in your life. You feel me? Like, you got to understand, some people are in a state like, baby, I need that money now. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they struggling, or they want to do this or they want to do that. Some people just want to move out the country. Some people want to move out the state and they don't want to deal with that, you know? And I've tried all avenues I've had. I've been a landlord and also I've tried to, I ended up moving out of state. And then having a property management, which was horrible. And I'm not saying all property management companies are not horrible, but the one I deal with, horrible. Mind you, I did my research for somebody to get on here. I did my research. I months and months and months of research, okay, of who I should go with, where I should go. I've got like recommendations, things like that. At that point, what they was doing, baby, I could have did that from out of state. The way that they was going about stuff, and then me having to, like, once I did take control back over the property, they like, oh, we here, this, we here. I'm like, oh, it pissed me off. But of course, if I'm in front of my tenants, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I would, but I was on fire. You understand me? And they tried to like scare me. I remember looking at my bill. Like, I always look at my bill. I always looking at the charges that are being made. I always look at like who put in the thing. Like, I was still like very active because that's just how I am. Because I know that people will try to get over on you at any turn. So you have to be very careful with certain stuff like that. And in real estate or whatever the case may be, you just please pay attention. Don't just fully trust somebody, anybody, or any company. Go in, even if it's your people. Look at the ledgers. Once again, look at your ledgers. Every month, sit down, look at them. Because they tried to charge me $900 for a grass fee when my people cut the grass. Huh? And one time I'm like, okay, well, if my people don't cut the grass, I'm gonna have my people that I used to have come in when I was there, cut the grass. Why y'all charging me a fee when you don't do that? I already told y'all don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying from the beginning. Oh, we didn't know that. It took me about 2 months to get my money back. Yeah. So be careful. That's free game right there. That's why I said, like, I need to make a whole video on that. I need to like write stuff down, but because I be everywhere and I hate that. But like, anyway, so the taxes and stuff start going up. Wasn't making sense to me, but okay. And I'm like, damn, I should just move back in my own building if this is gonna be the case, And then I was paying, um, for the management company and all. It was ridiculous. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like, and when I tell you, I used to pray so hard, like, what is going on? Why is it like, should I just go back? Like, man, let me tell you, me and God was in the war room. Baby, I was in my war room. What is going on? What should I do? So when I say those, mind you, those are like every month. So property taxes every month was going up, was going up. And it's so sad. Like I said, the Dominican is a nightmare. If you pay this house off, mind you, my building wasn't in that much. Like, I got it for a steal. I really like the way it was configured. It was kind of crazy, but I got it for a steal in that area. So when I sold it, I did end up selling. I still got a decent amount back, and that experience was like, y'all. I do a whole video on that because y'all tell me who right or wrong, okay? But anyway, so that experience was crazy. But y'all, every month them things was going up, and it's so sad. Like, I could have brought that building straight out. Say, like, I'm like, boom, I buy it straight out. I'm still gonna have to pay $1,000 a month or something like that. Cause you gotta think, You got property taxes every month, or you can pay them quarterly, or I think they pay them quarterly or by month, by yearly or something like that, like every 6 months. And then you got your home insurance. So that was it. And then like I once again, y'all gotta know these insurance companies scammy honest. So like say something happened in your house, like we had a leak in our wall, well in one of the tenants' walls behind like the what was it? The washing machine area. So we like, what is that? What you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling my people like, bro, like we can probably figure this out or get somebody to come in and figure out like just get our own plumbing, because you gotta think like you still gotta pay deductible. Okay, pay the 500 and they gonna come out. Pay the rack and they gonna come out. Like, but what if it's not even a rack? You like well, rack is $1,000, y'all. What if it's not even a rack? Like, what if it's all not $1,000? So I had other contractors and stuff on my payroll, like that I can reach out to, because that's another key thing. Free game. Have people on your payroll. Have people in your Rolodex for stuff like this, y'all. Like build your team. Like you really have to like build a team. And even if you don't come in with it, like really do some research. Ask people like what you do, you know what I'm saying, what you have, because just get some really reliable people and trustworthy people on your team, whether it's an electrician, whether it's a plumber, whatever the case may be. So I end up like we like call like, okay, so like this happened to Woo. So we like, but we don't let us see what's to it. You know what I'm saying? So they like, I found out once you pay Woo. So we end up not doing it, y'all. We ended up getting a plumber, they fixed it, and we fixed the drywall ourselves. It was a little janky, but like drywall looked crazy, but we still got it done, right? And one thing I did like about having my building and stuff, like I'm a very hands-on person and I love like doing different stuff and learning different stuff. Like I am a like thirst for knowledge, right? So I love like trying new stuff. But I don't think drive up my thing. But probably if I was to do it a lot, I would perfect it because I'm very artsy and stuff like that. But y'all, so I we did it whatever. So we got the plumber to come in. They found the leak and all that. We fixed the wall, put the wash and dryer back. And why did our insurance still go up and we didn't even use them? Yeah. Wasn't no claim or anything. It was just we called them and they still had it on there. Insurance went up. It was like, yeah. I'm just like, what? And so it's just like it's one thing after another, y'all. Like, if you use your insurance, you're gonna pay more. Like, then your property tax is going up. I'm not saying it's gonna happen in every situation or every state, but be careful with that. Then mindful, like you got property taxes, you got state taxes, you got all these taxes, and then they keep going up, y'all. And it's just like, even if you pay, say I pay on the low end 150 for a house, a building, whatever. Then okay, I got 150 out of pocket, 150,000, y'all. Then insurance, taxes, this and that. You're looking at a rack and up for most states. Now, what Lovely Mimi was saying, like they wanted only like $300 in Nevada. I was like, and they ain't got no state taxes. What? Yes, sign me up. But that just shows to show you, y'all. Key thing from this whole video: do your research. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think if their taxes are only $300 some dollars a month, so you buy it outright, or even if you don't, because these are things you got to think of that's going to be tacked onto your thing, mind you. And also, you don't pay them monthly. You probably can, I'm not sure, but most of the time you don't. And if you can pay them up, just pay them up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's about three racks. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like y'all got to pay attention to this. You know, don't think because you come in, say like you come into some money today, and you like, all right, boom, I'm gonna buy a house straight out. What you probably you can, yeah, if you got it like that, but it's just like remember that too. Like you still gonna have to have some type of income coming in so you can pay those taxes, insurance. So say like it's $300 some dollars a month. Say like you move to Nevada, $300 some dollars a month. Home insurance, I don't know, couple hundred, maybe $100. I don't know. Probably not even it. I don't because I don't know how theirs go. I don't think mine was that much. I'm gonna just say 100 and under. I don't know. So that's about $400 some dollars, damn near five. Then what else you be having? Taxes, um, insurance. Then you got your bills. You got your light bill, your gas bill, your water bill. Like remember, all these bills on you. And sometimes you rent, all of them ain't on you. All of them on you. If it's HOA, that's on you. If you got a pool bill, that's on you. If you're not cutting your own grass, that's on you. Um, it is just remember to have a house or to buy a home is a lot more responsibility. If anything breaks or X, Y, and Z want to do, that's on you. Even if you buy a home for yourself, you're not doing like real estate. Nothing. I please, I beg you, get your team. Get you a team outside of your insurance. Don't just like rely on your insurance. Like really go like build your team. Like get you a contractor. If it's a general contractor, even better. But get you somebody, your plumber, your electrician. Like really build your team because you're gonna need it if anything is to happen in your home because it's on you. You know. Um. What else, y'all? What else? Yeah, you got trash pickup. That's another bill. So you gotta pay that. Like, I just want y'all to think about all these things. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even with me, it's like, do I want to buy another house? I've been on the fence about that. Like, do I want to buy a house? Do I not want to buy a house? Do I want to buy a house? Do I not want to buy a house? And so lately, I just been renting, but I don't know. And even growing up, I used to be like, why my people don't want to buy a house? I used to think like my auntie, like now, like why she don't buy a house? Like, but she says she don't want to deal with all that, which is understandable, and a lot of people don't. So that's why like a lot of older people get condos and stuff like that because they don't want to deal with grass and all those other bills and this and that, and it's very understandable. I'm trying to think of anything else, y'all. I don't know, but other than that, y'all, I'm just telling you, when you buy a house, when you do like, just do your research before anything. Do your research. Please take that into account because a lot of people want to live in these places that are hot, that are this or that. Just make sure you do your research. It don't matter if weather is a big thing. Maybe Nevada could be your thing. Yes, it does get very hot because I live on the West Coast too. It gets hot out here. But when it's cold, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like you loving it. Like I said, this is coming from a Midwest girl. Like right now, it's February. This is like one of the worst times in the Midwest. What I tell you, like this is when we know the winter is gonna be wintering. Like December, November, December is nothing compared to January, February. Like right now, you can see me sitting in the car. I'm starting to glow because I'm hot. I'm a little hot. Um, Right now, I think lately it's been like 76, 70 degrees, damn near every day. Sun shining, as you can see. Only reason it's probably not shining right here because I'm sitting in front of the bank and I'm gonna go in. Um, yeah, that's it. If y'all have any questions or concerns, let me know. Green hearts in the comment section. Yeah. Yeah. So just comment, subscribe, share this video if you don't know anything or you know somebody that has any questions. I do consultations, so I'll be love to speak with somebody about if you are looking to grow into real estate, if you're looking to grow into anything else, you know what I'm saying? If you just want to talk, I'm here. If you just want me to listen, I'm here. So just want to wish y'all a wonderful every day. Once again, pray. Pray and just breathe through these times. That's it. Y'all have an amazing every day. Bye bye.